on down. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
I'm pumped up today, Brad. We're going to talk about top 7 things every person with shoulder pain should do. And I was keeping everybody in mind here. Even if you have like a lax shoulder or tendonitis or impingement, no matter what it is, these 7 things you should be doing. So this is pretty safe.
Okay.
Arthritis.
Right. Dislocation?
Right. Even after a dislocation, I would say all these are safe to do. So.
And I like the number 7 because it's complete, Bob.
Right.
He
loves that number 7.
You better believe it.
7. All right. In case you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Look at Sam with his prescription sunglasses on. And also, if you haven't had a chance already, please go over to Facebook and like us, because Brad and I, as children, we're not liked. We're trying to turn things around. And you can see right here, it's Bob and Brad. If you go there, that's where you'll find us. We're kind of hiding a little bit. All right, first thing, Brad, you want to do is you want to make sure, if you're having pain in the shoulder, you want to make sure it's not coming from the neck.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, if you treat the shoulder and it's coming from your neck, it's not going to get any better.
And we get these referrals. We got someone with shoulder pain. That'll be one of the first screens I do is it from the shoulder or the neck, or sometimes it's a combination.
Sometimes it's very hard to tell, but we're going to show you just a basic way to determine.
Right. Yep.
So you're going to sit. You want to sit in a chair?
Yeah, because you want to have good posture. Get your bottom back in the chair. Sit up tall, and shoulders are going to be still.
We have to apologize. We don't have a film crew today. We just have ourselves, so we're doing this old-fashioned way.
There you go.
So you're going to first make note of where the pain is at.
Right.
So it's right there. And what Brad's going to do is he's first going to do just some neck flexion, and he's going to see if that changes the pain. You come back up again. He can do some repeated flexion.
Nope, doesn't hurt.
Doesn't change the pain. It stays the same.
Yep,
all right, how about some neck extension, Brad? So he's bringing the back.
Oh, it hurts, Bob. It hurts right here.
And does it change this pain?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
It definitely hurts here, and it's a little different here. So but I can't go back very far.
Yeah, that makes me think that it might be coming from his neck. Now, if he does that and there's no change in the pain at all, he's able to move, then it's unlikely the neck. So we're looking for that a neck movement actually changes the pain. How about rotations, Brad? So he's going to turn one way, turn the other. A little tighter to the left there, aren't you, Brad?
Yep, but there's no pain with it, Bob.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, we rule out the neck if that's the case, that you got full motion, no increased pain. And then he's going to do side bending.
Right. Yep. And sometimes that may change it. So it's one of those things now, if you can do all the motions and you go all the way back and do everything normal and the pain stays the same, that's really a strong
indicator that it's probably not for the neck.
All in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be in the gray area, but this is going to give some idea, and some people don't have a clue that there can be referral pain over there unless you're a therapist. That's why we're helping you out.
We get a lot of referrals from doctors even that they say it's shoulder pain, and then we end up finding out it's neck pain, which is always you have to be a little careful about that.
Yeah.
So, all right, the next one, Brad, I have everybody do this when I see them. Shoulder pain tends to flare up, and you can calm it down again. And one thing is, when you're sitting, you think that your shoulder is relaxing. It's not. There's actually some stress on the arm. It's getting, there's a little bit of vertical traction on there, I guess you'd call it, right?
The weight of the shoulder is pulling on those muscles, and they have to contract to maintain the posture of it.
Right. And so what you're going to want to do, you're going to go ahead, no matter where you're at, if you're watching TV or if you're even working at a desk, I would have a pillow there to give yourself some support.
Yep.
And
you'll know because it'll feel immediately, say, oh, that feels good.
Yeah, it feels better, and it gives a chance for the shoulder to calm down.
Right.
And that's very important, because then you can kind of see what you're dealing with. The next one, Brad, I have everybody do this one also, is because you want to strengthen the base of the core of the shoulder, and that's the muscles around the shoulder blade here. These all support the shoulder, so these got to be strong, and you want to be also, it puts you in good posture, because if you have bad posture, it can make your shoulder worse. So if I go like this and I lean forward like this and I go up like this, and
do the other arm, Bob. They can see.
Okay. So here I'm going to show you bad posture. I'm like this, and I go up as high as you can. That's as far as I can go. Now my shoulder is jamming. Well, if I get in good posture, I'm going to go up like this. I'm going to go up a lot farther. I can see I need to adjust this a little bit, Brad.
Did it cut your head off, Bob?
Yeah, let's cut my head off.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a snowstorm going on, and Lonnie couldn't make it in, so we're fending for ourselves.
Yeah, we're
Like
doing
the
a great
olden
job,
days.
aren't we, Brad?
Yeah, yeah. They're
Pat yourselves on the back.
they're putting up with us.
Shoulder blades, so we're going to go ahead and do squeezes, and you're going to do those throughout the day. I do them every hour even.
Sure. And usually about 5 to 10 of them.
Yeah, and I'm always surprised, Brad, that alone sometimes really helps knock people's pain down a little bit.
Right, because they're slouching forward without even thinking about it.
All right, the next one, you're going to want to make sure that you're sleeping right in the right posture, because it doesn't matter what you're doing throughout the day. If you're laying on that shoulder at night, you could be firing up, and you're not going to get beyond that. It's gonna hurt.
Right.
So number one, we want you to try to avoid laying on the shoulder. Ideally, you may probably want to lay on your back or the opposite side.
Right.
If you're laying on the opposite side, let's say, so this is my painful shoulder.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to lay down on my pillow here, and I'm going to go, whoa, that's cold yet from the ice
Cold
pack.
packs, yeah.
You're going to actually, if you're supporting this arm, the painful shoulder, I actually recommend 2 pillows.
We've got 2, Bob.
All right.
Fear not.
So you put one down here, then you put one on top of it, and then that arm goes into it like this.
Right.
Now, if you put that one here, it'll kind of go down like this, and it's just
Yep.
not as comfortable.
Sure.
It's just that extra pillow makes a difference.
Right.
So-
And if you're from Wisconsin and you happen to have a big beer belly, then you don't need that pillow because that's a Wisconsin joke. Anyway.
Or you could put your wife there, and
Yeah.
or your dog. Someone could, you put your arm on them.
We'll stick to the pillows for
All
the
right.
show, for the program.
All right, if you're
Oh,
laying
you
on
want
your
more?
back, if I'm laying on my back, you can also support the arm right here. So
Sure.
let's say this is the painful shoulder. And we're going to give them the option too. Let's say you just cannot sleep without laying on that shoulder.
I just had a patient. He had to sleep on that side. He said no matter what, he rolls to that side during the middle of the night and he wakes up and his shoulder is sore. So this is that option.
So in that case, what you're going to do is you're going to have your pillow. And a lot of times you're laying on your side. Sometimes you might even have 2 pillows. But what you're going to do is you can use a smaller pillow here or just a regular pillow. You're creating the canal here.
The canal.
Yep, and the canal is the place you can put your arm. And now because that canal's there and I got 2 pillows here, I'm not putting as much stress on the arm,
Sure,
on the
right.
shoulder. And ideally, what you want to do maybe is even roll a little bit onto your back a
Right.
little bit.
So he's twisting that torso.
And bringing that shoulder
Yeah.
forward, now there's not as much stress on it.
So it's not the Erie Canal, not the Suez Canal. It's
the Schrupp Canal
there you go.
or the Heineck Canal.
There you go.
All right, the Bob and Brad Canal. This is very important. Don't overlook this step because if you're, again, firing up that shoulder all night long, it's going to be very difficult for you to overcome the pain.
Right.
It's just going to
Yep.
always constantly give you trouble. Number 5, you do want to improve your posture. We were doing those shoulder squeezes
Right.
already, but you maybe want to watch some of our posture videos. There's a whole, you just literally want to think about having the right posture.
Right. As a matter of fact, we just made one on the 3 concepts and on the protocol to do it, and it's not real hard to do. It'll make you get it all fits in together.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you want to make sure because this week sometime we'll have, if we haven't just had it, we'll have it after this one.
Right.
The one on posture.
Yeah,
So you
don't
wanna make
miss
sure.
it.
Don't miss it, that's
Yeah.
right. Next one we're going to do is some strengthening, Brad. And a lot of times what we start, no matter what your problem is, let's say it's arthritis or even a dislocated shoulder, at some point you're going to start some strengthening to
Right.
the arm. And you can start by isometric strengthening, which, do you want to be my wall?
Yeah. So normally you go up to a doorway and face the what do you call that? The frame of the
The
door.
frame of the door, right.
And then, so we're going to imagine this is the wall, and I'm going to be holding the wall. I'm the wall. So, oops, there we go.
Okay. So this is the doorway?
Yep.
Okay. One thing you can start off with, by the way, is just you can go up to a wall, Brad, and you can just go ahead. Let's be the wall this way.
Okay.
Be the wall, Brad. Is you can just actually, I'm going to use this arm here. I'm going to push against the wall like this.
Sure.
So if the wall wasn't there, I'd be going up like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a good
Are you doing
push.
flexion?
Yep, I'm doing flexion. So I'm keeping the elbow straight. I'm pushing against the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can then go off to the side,
Okay.
and I'm going to go ahead and push out that way. 1, 2, 3,
Abduction?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go.
And then you're going to go ahead and do external rotation. Now this way we'll go into the doorway
That's when
here.
you need to face.
Yeah, here's the doorway, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm pushing the arm this way. My arm is at a right angle, the elbow, and I'm going to push it out like this. But I'm pushing up against the actual doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can do sets of 10 to 15 of these.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, I usually don't even have them do internal rotation, to be honest
Well,
with you.
it's not one of the priority ones.
Yeah, again, we don't want to have you load you guys up with so many exercises you don't do them.
Right.
That's a good 3 to
Right,
start off
right.
with.
They'll get bored. We
yeah.
don't need that.
And then eventually, when you start, after that becomes easy and there's less pain, you're going to go ahead and want to start doing some isotonic or strengthening with, which we would probably recommend. The best way to do that is using the exercise tubing.
Right.
This is the wall anchor. We have this listed below. If you have a shoulder problem, this really comes in handy because Brad is right here. He's showing how you can work on posture, but you can also, you want to do shoulder flexion, Brad? So, yep, you can do that way, or you can turn around and you can just go straight like that. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah, you can work just straight up to the yep.
You can pretty much do anything with these.
Yep, you can do external rotation. You want to show that one?
Sure.
So, there you go.
There, that's the key. That is the
Yeah, this is probably the one that we like people doing the most when they have a
Right.
shoulder problem is the external rotation. So, all right, next one, Brad, we're going to go ahead and use ice, especially when you first injure the shoulder. We got an ice pack here. You got all sorts of ice packs.
I like
here.
this shaped one because it fits around rather nicely.
Ooh.
That kind of woke
That
you up,
woke me
didn't
up.
it?
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
I got things rolling now.
These big square ones don't fit quite as well, but they still work. You can make them work. 15, 20 minutes on a cold pack and your sore shoulder will feel better.
All right, the next thing then you might want to try is, later on, is you maybe want to try some form of heat. Brad and I are big fans of the Thermatex. That's red heat. And the reason this is so much better in our minds is that it penetrates so much deeper. Regular heat is just a couple millimeters.
Right.
This actually goes 60 millimeters, which is
3-6 inches.
which is quite a distance.
It's going to get into the shoulder.
Yeah, actually, if you use one of these Thermatex pads and you go all the way around the shoulder, it'll go all the way through the shoulder joint because they got the panel here and the panel back here.
Right.
So combined, they're going to be 5
inches, right?
Yeah.
Total.
So that's going to go ahead and penetrate all the way through the shoulder. We like the Platinum model,
Right.
because it's very universal. This is not the Platinum model,
Right.
by the way.
This would work well for the shoulder, but it's not big enough. Well, you could use it for the back too, but the Platinum covers everything.
Yeah, and you want to make sure if you're interested in getting one of these, because they are a little pricey, you can go ahead and get a discount by putting in the discount code that we have listed
Right.
below, and you can also get free shipping with that. So,
Yeah, that adds up.
yeah.
So don't use it though if your shoulder's tender. You know,
Right.
that's the cold pack. This is after it's come along, it's getting stronger, and it's not tender anymore.
Really good for shoulder arthritis.
Right,
The far
right,
infrared.
yep.
The reason Brad and I don't have a Platinum here is because we both have them at home. We both use. I use mine nightly now. It's
Yeah.
just it's my nightly habit. While we're watching TV at the end of the day, I throw it in my chair and
Yep.
I lay up against it.
Yep.
So, all right. We want to thank everybody for watching and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.